What's going on? What's going on? It's a baseball related question I got to ask. Who was the better first baseman, Bob Watson or Chris Chambliss? Well, and I know both these cats like the back of my mind because I remember when Bob Watson played for the Houston Astros, and he did get traded to the Yankees. And there's also some lore with Bob Watson. He was the first black general manager to win a ring with the Yankees. He had I want to say before Brian Cashman, he had won with the Yankees. He had played there, and he was a good, solid player. He had good numbers. He had a 295 career batting average, and he was a strong player with the Astros back when Jose Cruz Sr. was there. I remember Enos Cabell. Uh, I remember the different players they had, and he was and Cesar Cedeno. He was a good player. He was a good player. He was a good solid player. Bob Watson was a guy that I definitely respected his, what he brought. Um, he was a good player. He had good potential there with the Astros. I remember it like yesterday. He had a pretty good glove. He did some things, and it's just the Astros didn't really achieve any level, and obviously when he went to the Yankees, there's more different expectations. But um, he was a good player. He was actually the guy that they brought to the Yankees to replace Chris Chambliss, and Chambliss had got sent to Atlanta, and I will get into that in just a little bit. But um, Bob Watson was a good, solid player. He's one of those guys that I definitely liked the way he played, and I thought that he did his role real well. Now, when we get to Chris Chambliss, we talking about a cat that, if nothing else, he had rookie of the year when he first started off with Cleveland, and the first there was some people thought that the Yankees had spent too much to get him, but then he found his way. Obviously, the lure of Reggie Jackson and playing with Goose Gossage and Thurman Munson and Willie Randolph and those guys and Greg Nattles and all that. But that home run he hit against Kansas City in '76 brought him lure for life. He hit the game winning one, which sent them to the series. Now they got swept by Cincinnati, but he came up clutch. He was always rememberable, and he was a pretty good first baseman. He definitely had a little glove, and he could hit. I remember him when he got traded to Atlanta, and he played. I think it was with Bob Horner and Dale Murphy and them. So I remember with Chris Chambliss, he had some stick with him. He's actually considered underrated and kind of underappreciated, but he definitely um, had some wood to his game. He was good. Sometimes you see guys, they don't get their totality. I'm mentioning guys that would be considered good first basemen, nowhere near Hall of Fame, but they had some moments and they were definitely solid players. And I recall them. And I like having these kind of takes because these are the guys that, and I'm going to do that with different sports that I get asked: football, basketball, and baseball, where the guys that may be considered second, third tierish or what have you, but they were good players, they just didn't have that next level. And there's tiers to this. There's no shame in it because they both had good careers. They both had long careers. And they both were first basemen for the Yankees and they both had successes. So you can run with it however you want to. But anyway, I definitely like both of them. Um, had memories of both of them when they play. And so it was just that, bringing them up. And if I add the pick overall, I give Chris Chalmers the edge just a little bit because I think that he had some more clutch hits, but Bob Watson was solid too. So anyway, Bob Watson versus Chris Chambliss, who was the better first baseman? And they both end up in Yankees in different intervals and times. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership because when you do, requests like this come true. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.